see that, Cindy. It does look pretty. I'm hoping that we'll see right much color today, I hope. But some of the leaves, especially on these poplar trees, I've noticed they've already fallen.
That one's pretty right there, the yellow and gold look to it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, these maples, they always look like they turn the colors sooner than anything else. And they are certainly all beautiful. They got that orange and that yellow looking color.
And I like them when they're real bright.
Yeah, I do too.
Just so pretty. But just riding through here is gorgeous for sure. I'm so glad we were able to come on the parkway, because I was thinking we'd have to change our plans. This was on our list of things to do for the fall. And after the hurricane and stuff, and impacting the parkway, it's my understanding the parkway in North Carolina, most of that's still closed down.
I think it is, Cindy.
And they opened, I think, this back up, last week?
And if I'm not mistaken, this was shut down too.
It was, and I think it was just like last week or so they opened it back up. I saw it online, and I said, oh good, we will be able to go on it. So hopefully we'll have a good day and see some beautiful leaves.
Yeah, our plan today is just to go nowhere in particular. We're just going to get on here and ride for a while and see what we can see. And we want to kind of bring y'all along so you can see what the parkway does look like.
Now we are on the parkway driving towards North Carolina.
And the next mile marker that I run across, I'll let you know exactly where we're at. I believe this is a mile marker with 161 mile marker.
161. David, it can be so tricky getting to see the leaves at full color.
Yeah, because either something's always going on and we can't make it, and we're too soon, or either we're too late.
There's some pretty color coming up on the left.
Yep, the maples, they just beautiful.
The maples are beautiful. There's some cows in the field. Just beautiful scenery. I love seeing livestock like that anyway, Al.
And just look at all these reds and yellows you're seeing on the left side, man. It's just gorgeous.
It is really gorgeous. Just a beautiful day to be out on the parkway. Carly is at school today. It's a Friday. And you know how a lot of times we go on our little adventures on Friday to try to get some filming in, because sometimes we just have stuff going on that we can't film on Saturday or Sunday. But this weekend we have a packed weekend where we should be filming quite a bit, hopefully, so we'll be able to bring you some more videos of different things. David, in the fall when it starts getting cooler, that's when the leaves change. The sunlight, the days are shorter, so it's not as much sunlight, and the trees, they stop making their own food as far as like chlorophyll. And the interesting thing is, when we see the different color in the leaves, we think that, oh, they're turning such and such color, but actually it's because they've stopped making chlorophyll, and the pigment, like for them to be yellow or red, that color is already in the leaf. It's just when it stops making the chlorophyll that you're able to see it.
And I didn't realize that, Cindy. That's an interesting fact. That section we just came through, that certainly was pretty back there. All them colors, reds and the yellows and oranges. And you'll notice right now the traffic is not bad at all today. We've only met just a few cars since we got on the parkway. I'm hoping that it will continue to be like that for the rest of our journey today.
It's pretty through here.
Yes, it is. I know we got a little bit of glare in some places coming off the windshield, but we can't control that. I'm just hoping it's footage is going to be able for y'all to see it okay.
And we have had a time trying to find something to use to video with.
Yeah, right now we've got a windshield mount. We've got the phone mounted in the phone mount, on the windshield mount. And we try to zoom it up so you don't have to see the car hood, and one little corner of the stand on the windshield is picking that up. So we zoomed it out just enough. So I'm hoping you still will being able to see a good variety of the sides of both sides of the highway.
And if there's something that you use as far as a mount or even a camera, we tried different cameras too. If it's something that you use that you really like, let us know. Just put a comment below.
There's a pretty barn on the right. I don't know if you can see that on camera or not. But you can tell that's been there for a long time. Turn to the right, that'll take you back towards Floyd and Stewart.
Now Floyd is somewhere that we definitely want to get to do some videos.
This area is called Tuggle Gap.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It is. Wow.
So pretty through here.
This wooden fence running alongside the road, that sure is pretty.
It is. It just adds to the drive. The parkway always has, fences up, and like this right here is what I think of when driving on the parkway. Exactly what we're looking at right now with the fence, the beautiful trees. You got the mountains in the distance that you can see. Just beautiful.
And the way the road kind of just keeps curving back and forth. It's, you can definitely tell that you're in the mountains riding.
If you have been out riding in the mountains this year, or maybe last year, if you want to share some of your favorite spots to ride, just let us know below in the comments.
And this is a pretty little stretch right through here now, Cindy.
It really is.
Says you got a visitor center 2 miles ahead.
And what I like is they have the overlooks and the picnic areas.
And it looks like we've got one coming up on the left right here.
Rocky Knob.
Or is it on the right?
I see the office is on the right according to that sign.
Campground. They even have a campground that you can come camp at.
What a beautiful place to camp in this area.
As you can definitely feel that we're climbing the mountain the entire time right through here, Cindy.
Yes, and I can see, I'm looking at the camera, and I'm able to see the mountains. I was looking to see if you can see it in the actual video, but you can.
Glare is the only thing that make it a little rough to see.
And there's always something so exciting about seeing mountains. That's like when we go to Pigeon Forge.
always something I look forward to seeing.
And then just to go and ride in the park. I mean, we like to do a lot of the tourist stuff there, but we love riding through the park. And we need to do some videos on that, David, because, you know, we video, but we haven't put any videos out on YouTube in that area. And I think people might like to see that.
That sign says overlook ahead. I think I'm gonna ride up in here and see what we see.
All right, let's do that.
I guess this is where the overlook is located.
Hey, we're gonna find out. And we'll show you the overlook too.
But off to our left, it's just beautiful. Hopefully when we come back, you'll be able to see that on camera.
Or we can,
Yeah, this
is gonna be great. We're gonna have to take the camera down so they can really see the overlook, and then they can see behind us too.
I'm gonna kind of just ride through here like this, very slow. Man, that is just beautiful.
Pull up to it, David, so they can see. We can, there you go. You can see where the colors are beginning to change. Just gorgeous.
It certainly is. And this is what it looks like from the overlook, looking down into the saddle. It's absolutely beautiful. Just look, all those mountains you can see in the distance. Just a lovely day. And as you look down into the bottom, you can see the reds mixed in with some yellows and some greens. The leaves are not at peak yet, but it's going to be absolutely gorgeous when they do get into peak color. Well, we're going to be leaving the saddle overlook, and we're going to head back and get back on the parkway and continue our way towards the North Carolina side. We're not going all the way into North Carolina, but we're going to just drive for a ways and see what all we see.
It'll be interesting to see if there's any damage in the areas that we go from the storm.
Before we take off, I just want you to look kind of straight in front of us at what we're looking at right here.
Just beautiful.
It is that. I got off the road just a little bit so you can see it better.
You don't mind doing any off-roading.
You know me.
Let me get my seatbelt on before we actually get on the road here. Get out this parking lot.
When we get to this stop sign, we'll make a left. We'll be back on the parkway. That was a nice little overlook. I'm glad we stopped and got out and looked around. You can see for a good distance from up there, couldn't you, Cindy?
You sure could. You know, David, it's been a lot cooler the last, what, week and a half, 2 weeks?
Yeah, about the last week anyway, it's been cooler. And hopefully this cool weather will really make these leaves start turning and look more beautiful than what they are. You'll notice the sign says Blue Ridge Parkway ahead. We're getting ready to jump on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And we're going to head back towards Roanoke, Virginia. We're entering right here at the Meadow of Dan. First stop I really want to see today will be the Mabry Mill. And that's just a short little drive from this location, so we should be there in just a few minutes. And hopefully, along the trip today, we're going to see some beautiful colors.
We've already seen some pretty colors on our way.
And I love this little wall they got built right alongside. This is very pretty.
It definitely adds to the parkway.
It does. Mabry Mills is 1 mile. So we'll just let it run till we get there, Cindy, and y'all can see what we're seeing.
Hopefully we'll pick up some pretty footage on the way. Definitely seeing some color ahead.
And I'm also seeing that a lot of the leaves have already fallen.
Yes.
Especially on these poplar trees.
Wow, it's just beautiful ahead.
It certainly is. Look on the left, you see that red and the orange mixed together? Oh, that's just gorgeous.
Love it, love it. I'm just glad we had today that we can come and ride and see some leaves. Last week we did the train excursion. You know, we got to see some leaves on our way there, and then of course on the train ride, but I always love getting on the parkway and driving.
And I tell you, you couldn't have asked for a better day than today.
It's beautiful.
Sunny. The temperature is very nice outside, so you can get out and look at some of these overlooks, and it won't be that cold. Mabry Mill sign right there, so we're approaching it. We'll be there in just a couple minutes.
I'm excited for everyone to see it, especially if they have not seen it before, because it is just a beautiful area.
It is. And we're coming into sight of it right now.
Yeah, I'm anxious here to see how many people are going to be here, because this area is always crowded.
The parking lot looks full.
Which is what I expected, but
And
there are spaces.
This is a Friday, and I expect on Saturday and Sunday, you probably won't be able to get in here. There'll be so many folks.
It will be difficult probably to find a parking spot. Look at those leaves.
Those leaves are just beautiful. And I see a spot right down here on the end. We'll park and get out and walk up and show y'all what the Mabry Mills looks like. The Mabry Mill. This is what the mill looks like. It's a beautiful mill. And this sign says this mill was built about 1910 by Edwin B. Mabry, a jack of all trades, who has been a chair maker, a miner, a coal company blacksmith, and a farmer. He and his wife Lizzie Mabry operated the mill until 1936, grinding corn and sawing lumber for their Meadows of Dan neighbors. In 1945, the National Park Service restored and landscaped the mill. Today it is the most photographed feature on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And this is a picture of Lizzie and Ed Mabry at the time of their wedding in 1891. This is what it looked like before it was restored. And this is just a gorgeous view. You get to see the mill. You see some of the fall colors in the background. You got this pretty little pond right in front of it. And as we walked towards the mill, you'll notice they have a nice walking trail for you. This is paved. We have a little creek running through.
Love the water. Love the sound of it. It's always so peaceful.
Yes, it is peaceful. And just walking this little trail, this is very nice and relaxing.
It is.
And we're going to cut to the left right here. That way you can get a better view of the mill. And this will show you what it looks like. You can hear the wheel turning, making a little thump, 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 thump noise. And I love hearing that water in the background. Just so nice and relaxing. As we are walking along the trail, we came across this sign for the homemade soap recipe. You take one hollow log, ash hopper filled with ashes. You filter the water through ashes to produce lye. Add old fat to lye solution and boil in an iron pot. The result, homemade soap. And this right here would be something similar to what you would have fixed the lye soap in. They also have some other antique items on display here that would have been used for farming to cultivate the ground with and plant seeds so you could harvest your crop for the year. We'll have some old buildings on display. We have a wagon, a plow, and we have some more buildings over here. Let's go see what they got over here. Now this is what the Appalachian houses would have looked like back in the day. We're leaving the Mabry mill, and over here to the right side you can see some of the mill. And we're back on our way on the parkway, working our way back towards Roanoke. Well, that sure was an interesting stop on Cindy.
Yes, I always enjoy stopping by there. It's interesting to see the mill, and it's just a peaceful stop. It's beautiful, the sound of the water, it's just nice.
And I saw a postcard back out showing when snow was on the ground and snowing.
Oh, that was gorgeous.
I bet this would be a beautiful place to come see when it's snowing, if they'll let you come up here, because a lot of times the parkway will close when they have bad weather.
Right, the roads aren't safe. But if you just got snow and no ice, you might be able to come in and see it. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is.
If you're watching, hopefully you've had a chance to get out and see some fall color. If you live in an area where you see fall color. That's one thing I think sometimes we take for granted, is that, you know, everybody sees fall color, but that's not the case.
You're right, Cindy.
Just because we're so used to it.
Again, this is just a beautiful day to be out riding on the parkway, to enjoy all this scenery.
It really is. And you know, I really haven't noticed a whole lot that looks like was affected by the storm. Have you?
Not in this area, I haven't.
Definitely our prayers still go out for everybody who is still affected by it, trying to build back. Just definitely pray for them.
Yeah.
Pray for the ones who've lost loved ones.
And I think the worst part that's close to us would have been like the North Carolina and Tennessee area.
Yes.
I think a few parts of Virginia was affected, but nowhere as bad as...
Not as much, anyway.
It's like the North Carolina and the Tennessee area. They got it. I know, you know, like Asheville and in the mountains. They were affected a whole lot worse than what we got. If you look straight ahead, Cindy, you see that peak up there? Look at all those pretty colors.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if the phone is picking this stuff up enough to show you, to give it justice. That's how beautiful this scenery is.
It's picking it up, but you know, it's nothing like seeing something in person. Right in front of us. Wow. So pretty. Love those pops of color.
Especially them reds and them oranges and that yellow. I mean, they just make everything just look beautiful. They really pop, don't you? Against that blue sky.
I haven't seen that bright yellow like I see sometimes. You don't see it every year. I think it really depends a lot on the rain and stuff.
And off to the right, just look over there. You can't see it on camera, but there's a pull-off up here. Overlook. So I think I'm going to stop and get out and take a look around and we'll see how that looks.
This isn't the one we stopped at earlier?
Now this is a different one right here.
This is Rocky Knob.
It's
Okay, I
Rocky
saw
Knob.
something back at Mabry Mill on that.
So let's pull into Rocky Knob overlook and take a look around. And it's definitely got a lot of rocks, but just look at straight in front of you. Great, dynamo, ain't that beautiful?
Wow. Yes, it is.
Now this is what the view looks like from Rocky Knob. Just look down in the valley. It's just absolutely gorgeous. We're leaving the Rocky Knob overlook. That certainly was a beautiful view.
It was.
And we're getting ready to get back onto the parkway. And the first thing I noticed, you see all these big rocks.
Rocky Knob.
So they got this place named appropriate.
Yes, they do.
And this is the Rocky Knob information station on the left-hand side. You can pull in.
Oh, look in front of us.
That's what I'm getting ready to see. What all we got right here, Cindy? Another big area. This is another overlook. I think I'm gonna pull in here for just a brief second to see how it looks.
Okay.
Nobody's in this one. That's kind of unusual, but if we spin around, you get another good view down into the valley. And that sign says this is Castle Gorge. And if I spin around, I'm going to show you the cross on the opposite side of the road. They have this big pull-off area. And I see there's a road over there. I see a vehicle driving, so I don't know if you can drive up through that side, or is that
I
a
think I see
campground?
picnic tables. I think it might be a campground or something.
Yeah, well, say there's a
around.
campground right here somewhere close by.
Mhm.
Because I did see a sign for a campground. See if I can twist that thing just a little bit around.
I think you twisted it the wrong way, though, David.
It's hard for me to see it from my side and drive. I'll let you work on it, Cindy, so we can get it straighter.
Everybody who's watching is like, no, that didn't work, did it? Too funny.
The struggle is real trying to get this stuff filmed to make it look right.
Yes, it is. It definitely has been a beautiful day today, and I've really enjoyed our trip today, David.
I have too, Cindy.
I appreciate everybody coming along with us.
Fall has always been one of my favorite times of the year. I look forward to that cooler weather. And this is an overlook we stopped at earlier on the way to Mabry Mills in the middle of the Dan.
Well, Dave, you know, summer's always my favorite.
You love that hot weather, don't you?
But you know, it's not just, well, yeah, I do like the weather. I guess because I've always been off in the summer. And that's why I've always liked it, because we go and do so much. And as a kid, I can remember being excited about summer vacation, getting out of school, and the beach, and stuff like that. It's just, I've always liked summer. And you know, I definitely don't like it when it gets cold.
Yeah, I know you don't like the cold weather.
But today was just perfect.
It has been a very, very relaxing day. Temperature-wise, it's been perfect. Look straight ahead. You see that peak of that mountain in front of
It's beautiful.
Hopefully the camera's picking that up. gold looking color in front of us.
Beautiful.
Well, folks, we certainly do appreciate y'all joining us today for our ride through the Blue Ridge Parkway. We hope that y'all enjoyed it as much as we did. We got to see some pretty colors. It's always beautiful this time of year to travel on the parkway and see all of God's beauty. I'm certainly enjoying seeing all these colors, the yellows, the reds, the orange. Just so beautiful.
Just want to say thank you, all you fun seekers. We appreciate you. Appreciate all your support to the channel. We had a great day, fun time, and hopefully you enjoyed this video as much as we did putting it together.
And as always, we thank y'all so much for watching. And if you hadn't done so already, please take a moment right now, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. That way you can keep up with all the latest and greatest adventures from the VA Fun Seekers. We've got lots of things planned throughout the rest of the fall and coming up into the winter, and we would love to share them with you. So y'all be sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.
And if you know anyone that you think would enjoy our channel, feel free to share it with them. We'd appreciate that.
Yes, we would. Again, thank y'all so much for watching. God bless, and bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.